Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this graphic tee and distressed it. This is the first part of the video where I just show you how I make the graphics for it using fabric paint with no transfer paper. So if you like this shirt, stick around for the rest of the video. I'm using this really small table to do my work on, but what you're gonna need is paintbrushes. The fabric paint I got from Walmart, but I'll link it down in the description box below. You'll need tape. I ended up using Scotch tape, so you don't need electric tape. Scissors, and an X-Acto knife if you have, a plain cotton t-shirt, and you're gonna want a stencil. So I got the Chanel logo from Google. I just googled Chanel logo and I printed it out as big as I can on a white piece of paper, as well as the words Chanel. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to cut all the white off of the Chanel logo, which is why an X-Acto knife would really be beneficial for the inside part, but I just cut the perimeter first and then I worked the inside after I got everything else settled. So after getting the inside of the logo, I'm just going to cut around again so I don't have as much white around the perimeter. So just another recut to get it closer. After I did that, I'm just cutting off the Chanel, just the Chanel words, because that's all I want, and kind of putting it in a rectangular box. So I'm cutting off all the excess of what I don't need, essentially. And then we're going to just do the same thing. We're just going to cut, instead of cutting all the white, we're just cutting all the black. So we're gonna get all the letters to be etched out. And then this is what I was left with. Make sure you keep that little white piece of the A because you want your A to be an A and not a triangle. So the next thing I do, I'm gonna just lay the shirt down on the small table, which was very difficult, and make sure that there's no wrinkles. I'm gonna place the symbol where I want it on the shirt, but not tape it down yet. Same with the sketch. Just gonna place it, move it around, make sure that it's right where I want it, centered and everything. Once I get that, I'm just going to tape it down using the Scotch tape. I taped it behind the logo so that the tape doesn't go, when I spray it down, the tape doesn't show on the shirt. So I put the tape behind the symbol. So I didn't show it in the video, but I put a piece of cardboard between the two layers of the shirt so that the paint doesn't seep through the back. And then I put a bunch of pieces of paper around the logo so that the paint doesn't leak through, doesn't get around. I want it to look messy and kind of destroyed, but not yet. So then after that, I'm just gonna shake up the bottle. It says do it for like a couple minutes, so that's what I ended up doing. And then it was time to spray. So I just sprayed 6 to 8 inches away from the logo and tried to hold down the paper so it didn't fly away. It did end up flying away though. And I just had to stop and pick it back up and just move it closer to the thing. I like to spray it that it kind of looked like graffiti. I just wanted it to look really abstract and like splattered pieces of paint, so there was no like real formula to what I was doing besides that. I'm rambling. So after I got it sprayed down like correctly, I just started moving the pieces of paper and like spraying around the logo even more to get it like the real graffiti paint splattered look. I did the same thing with the Chanel. I taped it down behind the logo and I just sprayed it inside to make sure that all the paint covered each letter and everything was covered and saturated with paint. Also, don't forget to tape down the little triangle white piece for the A, where you're going to have a triangle and not the letter A. So now I'm just giving everything a double look. I'm making sure that everything's saturated. Once it is, I am okay with that. I'm just going to remove the words. I just want to make sure that everything is still covered and good. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paintbrush and spray some fabric paint on it and just rub it around my shirt to give it a more raw, kind of dirty, dingy look. Just paint all over the place. And then I wait for 30 minutes for everything to dry. So after 30 minutes, this was the final result, and I was really happy for part one because I'm going to distress it anyway and make it look crazy. But if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you comment down below, and subscribe, and I will see you later.